This is Mish from Downtime Distractions, doing another first look review. This one is of a title called 101 Ways to Die. So before we get started, I just want to define the first look review over a full review by 3 caveats, as I always do. So the gameplay time I've put in is under 8 hours, the game has not been completed or finished or beaten, and there's room for more skills and knowledge across single or multiple facets of the title. So with that out the way, let's get stuck into the title. Okay, so here we are in 101 Ways to Die, and as you can see, it's a puzzle platformer. So this is brought to us by a developer called 4 Door Lemon, and it's coming out in March at a price tag of $14.99 US. So with this, the premise behind a little bit of a story, it's got a little bit of kind of a cartoon strip on the load-in screen, and there's a mad scientist who was working on a book about, well, it's a recipe book on the death and destruction of his enemies. And unfortunately that was destroyed, so he has to start again, and he hires you to assist him. And the way you do this is by destroying and maiming the entities or creatures called the Splats, which he's made. So it's a pretty simple premise, and it's a pretty simplistic game type as well. So let's just jump in and I'll show you the UI and how you actually interact with the game and how it all works. So here we are in game on the Shattered Screams level. So there's 30 levels listed on the Steam page, and there's 3 or 4 different zones that you go to, so they're all slightly different. I mean, basically the same design, but the different, I guess, textures around the place. So look a bit different now. Okay, so what we have here is we have some objectives, what we need to do, but I'll show you those in a second. I think it makes more sense to actually show you this stuff first. So this is where the splats come from. So they'll walk out there, 3 of them will come out because that's the indicator there, and they're trying to get to this area here. So only one of them is allowed to leave. And you've got to murder them terribly before they get there. So each level is set up differently, and they'll give you different items. So on this one we have slime, which you could put here. So if they jump on that, they'll slip across and have no traction. And we have some bumpers as well. So what these bumpers do is if we put them here, you can see if something walks on it, it will bounce them on the trajectory which this is indicating. So I want them all to go up there. So when they come along here, it'll hit there and they'll bounce up there. And these are one-shot bumpers. So this one will go continuously for every time it's stepped on. These, it's just one shot and that's it, onto the next one. So I'll get that one there. So when one of them gets ricocheted up here, they'll then ricochet over there and hopefully meet their demise. So what else we have on the map? We have some spikes here. So it's always good to fire them into some spikes. And that should be done here by, if one of them land on this little mine here, that should explode and send them up there. And what else we have over here is these, I guess, force the splats through, and not just the splats, other things as well. You can send mines through there, and cannonballs and other stuff. Send stuff through, and they'll trigger that little laser there, and a big javelin will come out, fire them into that mine over there. And also over here we have a trigger point for this big ball, Temple of Doom kind of run away from, it'll squash your ball. Okay, so one splat's going to go over there, be killed up there with that mine, and I want one to be squashed by that ball. So when that has disappeared, they'll be able to go through it. So I'll put one more up there as well. So hopefully they'll land on that and be sent up there. I think that should probably do it. So what else we have? We have objectives too. So the graduate objectives are ones that are required. The masters are just for achievements and extra points. So this one is simple. So kill one splat with a mine. So that's why we're sending him up there. Only one can escape, which is reflected in there. And obviously these are, you don't have to do these ones. So kill all the splats. You can let one escape, and kill one splat with a boulder. Okay, so let's release the splats. Also, we have a speed up button, which I know a lot of people like. I could take it or leave it. I don't mind waiting for things like this, but a lot of people will like to speed them up, make them go a bit quicker. So here we go. So here's the first splat going onto the bumper, So hopefully they do what I want. He's up. And yes, yes, nice. It's one down. Oh, no, I think I've got it wrong. There's in the wrong place. I mean, they'll probably all die, and I've passed it anyway. But I want to get a proper score here, so let me just reset it. And a good part is you can reset it and adjust stuff quite easily. So I'll highlight over these and find out that was the bumper there that I put in the wrong place. So if I right click it, I should be able to left click it now and move it a little bit. I'll put it more this side, so then when they land on it, they'll go through both of those. Obviously one after another, so one will disappear. Okay, so release the splats. So here they come. There are different types of splats too. There's three different, actually 4 different areas. They all have a similar design to this, but have different textures. And there is a tank splat, which takes a lot more damage and is slower, and there's a faster splat as well. There may be others, because there's one area I haven't unlocked yet. Oh, there he goes. Got him. One down. And here's the other one. Go back this way. Yes. Yes. And the last one, this should be good because I know this was working before. And it's over. Sweet. So that was perfect. That should be 3 stars. It gives you a little replay as well if you want to. If you're a bit morbid. Bit of a sadist, you want to watch these guys get brutalized. Sometimes it's really comical though, I have to say. It has made me have a good laugh sometimes. But yeah, it's interesting. So you can repeat these levels over and over again to get the best score, and there are leaderboards. So let me just show you, I guess, the real driving force that will keep you wanting to come back to this title, if you're interested in this type of puzzler. Okay, so what we have here is the basic menu system as well. So the different zones are the basement, the control room, and the biozone. You get a couple of training levels as well. So as I said, there was 30 levels listed on the store page. I don't know what Sector 0 is. I don't know how you could get 800 stars. At the moment, I've done pretty much a lot of it, and I've got 53 stars. Admittedly, I think I could pick up another maybe 10 or 20, but no way I think I could see you could get 800. So maybe I'm missing something with that one. So the menu interface is a little strange. You kind of use these arrows to traverse it around. So what do we have? There's the levels to choose from. There's the options. Not a lot of stuff in there. And the exit. So I'll show you. This is really the thing I think will appeal to a lot of people, a lot of completionists, and people that like achievements and statistics and you know, that type of stuff as well. Well, look, there's a head in the jar over there. Oh, there's a couple of them. Okay, so we got the stats, which says exactly what you've done. Not an amazing amount of stuff in there, and the ways to die. That wasn't what I wanted. Okay, that's not what I wanted again. Why does it keep doing this? Okay, I'll go back out and go back in. Menu system's a little clunky, but look. Okay, so we have to click on the actual. God damn it. Okay, there we go. Wasted time. Right, so we got a couple of things here. This is the recipe book that you're trying to build on. So as time goes on, you're going to do more. So I've got 25 of them. So obviously there's a lot more to do there, and a lot of messing around and replayability with doing stuff like this. And obviously can't have a game without achievements. So these, I believe, sync with Steam, so all these achievements will go on your Steam account. So I've got a couple there, and yeah, that's really, I guess, it in a nutshell. Obviously, there's a lot more different things to use. There's bombs. There's things which phase items in another location. There's a few little things that you can muck around with in there. But let's talk about graphics, audio, and gameplay, and just summarize my thoughts on this. Okay, so I always start with graphics, and this time is no different. So graphically, I think it's not a bad looking title. It's not amazing. It kind of reminds me of very mobile game-ish. Not in a necessarily negative way. I just think it wouldn't look odd on a mobile tablet or whatever you're playing it on, you know. It does look like a game that you would see on there. That's not negative connotation with it. That's just something I feel. I say graphically, it's perfectly acceptable. Nothing amazing. It's functional. Okay, so let's talk about audio. Audio's a little better. I think there's a bit of comical aspects in the splat sounds, and there's kind of the screams and the noises they make, and I guess the other audio assets are all acceptable as well. Nothing stands out there, so I'll say it's an average across the board there. Average for graphics and audio. But let's talk about the gameplay, because this one does have some interesting, I guess, unique concepts to it. Okay, so 30 levels. That's probably not enough, really. I mean, the levels are really short. I did the first 10, and I got 3 stars in each one. Admittedly, they're the easy ones that are kind of introducing you to the ideas and the concept in the game. But the ones after that, I did 12 more, and I rushed through them, and I got 2 stars each. So we're already talking, I've done 22 levels, right? Are they including the training in there? So is that 25 levels? There's 5 left, which isn't a lot. But that's, I guess, not the main point that is, for me, that this title is trying to achieve. This is more about going about the completionist, the achievements, and finishing that book. That's really the goal here. So you're going to be replaying these levels quite a bit. If you're happy with that, I think that's fine. For me, it gets a bit monotonous. I mean, I would still play it. I still want to play it some more. But I would kind of like a bit more levels. If they're trying to get you to achieve finishing that book, 101, and I said I've probably done a good 25 levels already, and I'm still only a quarter of the way through. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start repeating stuff. But yes, some people would really be into that, right? The actual way the game handled was good. I think the putting down the traps, moving them around, that all works quite nicely. It's comical. There's comical times to it. Yeah, but I mean, it is a little bit repetitive, right? But as I've said it a few times. That's pretty much really all I can say with this title. I mean, for $14.99, I think it's probably a little bit steep. But you're gonna get a bit of fun out of it anyway. So yeah, I kind of leaning towards $14.99. It's a bit on a steep side for this title, but it is well delivered. So the graphics and audio, they're okay, they're functional, nothing stand out there. The gameplay has its moments. I was laughing quite a lot sometimes, especially initially. And there's, you have to be quite inventive as well. So it's good. It's not simple, mindless stuff. You have to be quite inventive with what you're going to do. And there's many different ways to skin the cat, you could say, or skin the splat, you could say. But yeah, I'll leave it here, because I find this is a small title. It's got that replayability in it, which makes it quite small and not a lot to talk about, because obviously it's catering for the completionists and the achievement people. So if that's what you're into, this might be something you want to look at. If you're after more content, maybe this isn't for you. But I enjoyed my time with it. I'll probably give it a thumbs up on Steam, as I think it's got potential there. But I might just mention as well, it's a bit pricey for what you get, really. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Please give me some feedback on how you find a title, or on how you find the videos I make. Give me a like if you like it, and subscribe, and also check out the Facebook page. We've just got that online, and I'll see you next time.